That extraordinary snake of trash. I mean, literally, it rolls around the hillside like a river, but it is entirely made of large plastic bags containing all sorts of normal household trash. That, at this stage now, today, stinks awfully. It's just intolerable to stand nearby. But we're in the middle of winter here now. The reason the trash crisis got so exponentially unbearable for people here in Lebanon was the summer heat led so much of the trash that hadn't been collected by the trash companies whose contract ended on the streets. It got overheated and it made, frankly, I live 9 floors up. I could barely stand on my balcony some days. The problem was back then that the contractor who was supposed to take away much of the trash, its contract came to an end. There was no obvious solution for a successor. The landfill site that had been used as a temporary solution for years, that was considered to be overflowing and no longer usable. There were protests on the street, and it became seen as a broader part of Lebanon's malaise, where the government here, unable to elect a president for nigh on 2 years here, so caught up in its internal bickering, wasn't even able to deal with something simple like trash collection. I mean, there's been issues with water and electricity as well, but something like that began to palpably let people smell the rot, so to speak, politically on the street. Now, it seemed to disappear at some point. The more wealthy parts of Beirut had regular trash collection. Other areas still saw trash pile up. But people were asking, where is this trash going? There'd been a deal potentially struck in which there was talk of exporting it. There was a vague idea Germany, which processes trash very fast into energy, might take it. Then there was a talk maybe Sierra Leone. That was rubbished, forgive the pun. Now we're talking about a contract maybe that a British company supposedly may have taken it to Russia. Well, that fell through last week. So now the focus is, what do you do with this? And that pile of trash we saw today, you've seen in those pictures, that is one of the solutions the government has found. For 4 months, they've been piling it up there. Well, obviously that isn't a solution at all. The problem here is that during the heavy winter rains, the rain has seeped through the trash, taking away toxins within it and adding them to the water table, many say. That's a potential ecological and health disaster for Lebanon down the road. But the clock is ticking because we're now in a very cool time of year. But in 2 or 3 months from now, it will start to warm up. In August, it will be 40 degrees centigrade here, way into the hundreds Fahrenheit. So a lot of concern that the protests we saw last summer, which took over the city, frankly, for months, a lot of theatre, but a lot of genuine anger beneath it too. We could see worse, or not, if not more, potentially this summer as well.